It is Caleb Porter with us. Caleb, how you doing?
Good afternoon. You guys doing well?
You a Hootie guy? You a Hootie and a Blowfish guy?
Not really. Not really. I like him more, Darius Rucker on the country.
Yeah, just
recently.
Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats on the win.
Yeah. I think it's a byproduct of us training, getting better, improving, and we played well in the match. And that's actually more important to me than the result is playing well, because if we play well, we're going to get results. So we just have to stick with this mentality.
I mean, what do you think was different for you guys last week in leading up to that? Were you doing anything, changing anything to put yourself in a better position to execute? I know you've said that a million times to us. We got to execute better. We just got to make things happen that we haven't been able to do.
Well, it helps Chicago didn't have Messi or Suarez or Busquets. I think if we're playing a different team against, than the team we played against at Miami, we'd probably win that game too. So it's just the level of opponent sometimes as well is a big part of it. I mean, we were 1-1 with Miami. We did some good stuff in that match. We executed actually pretty well at times. So I think, this was a game where we executed well again, but obviously that meant we were going to do a little bit better based on the opponent we were playing.
Hockey playoffs are going on right now, and the teams that advance are the ones that have good goal keeping. And you've had it over the years here with Petrovic and Turner, and those guys have moved on, but you got it in the last game. Does it feel like this is a point where, hey, maybe this is going to turn for us here defensively?
Yeah, you need your goalkeeper to make saves. You need your strikers to score goals. You need your center backs to, head balls out of the box. And the old do your job, right? As you guys know very well, we're starting to get guys that are doing their job. And we made a switch with the goalkeeper. We added Aliaz, very experienced goalkeeper from Portland, led the league in saves in 22, and he has a lot of confidence and experience, and it's really helping, I think, give our team confidence as well. He made a great save late in the match that preserved the win. But that's his job. His job is to make saves. So it was great to see, guys really doing what they're good at.
When we were talking to Joe Mazzulla on this very show the other day, he talked about the flow of hockey and soccer compared to basketball as well. When you watch other sports, do you notice similarities between your sport and others?
It's probably more differences than similarities. There's no sport like soccer in terms of just lack of timeouts, the ability to stop and change a system, in the middle of a game. It's a running offense for 45 minutes, a running defense. There's transitions everywhere. The picture's constantly changing. So you have to prepare your team throughout the 5 days of training to basically, in those 45 minutes, run a collection of set plays, a collection of offenses and defenses, motions, and rotations and shapes and structures that constantly change. So, I'd love to be able to call a timeout and then just run a play and then call another one and run another play, or, have a first down, second down, third down, because I feel like it's easier to execute. And then, okay, we didn't do this, so now we need to adjust. So it's there is probably a little bit more luck in our sport, but I think you make your own luck, and the more organized you are, the more you train your team to understand within the game what structures they need to adapt to and the decisions they need to make, then the better I think positions you're in to create your own luck.
You guys have the Red Bulls up next. Usually they play that high pressing style. Is that still their style this season? And how do you exploit that if it is?
Yeah, they're a little different this year under the new coach, Sandro Schwartz. He's a coach in the Bundesliga. It's not quite as aggressive, the press. They play a little more. They still will press, but it's from a more organized way. It's not, maybe as reckless at times. They're also not as direct. They don't just dump it and play on second balls. So they're much more tactical. They definitely keep the ball more. And they've got a couple really good players that they signed that have really helped their team. So they're a good team. I think they're one of the better teams in the East. They've had a lot of draws recently, but they've only lost one game in the last 6. So we need to keep stacking up results. We've had another good week of training, so I'm confident we'll be a notch better than we were last week. But we'll need to beat this team because they're better than Chicago.
All right, Caleb. Appreciate the time as always. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Take care.
See you, Caleb.
Caleb Porter, Revolution head coach with us here on Zolak and Bertrand.